Happy holidays, my dear humans. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your families. Today I have something special for you, a journey into the history of Christmas traditions in Mexico. Here in the state of Chiapas, in the southern part of Mexico, everyone is busy celebrating. Get ready for a real Mexican fiesta. December is a busy month in Mexico. Even before the contact with Spaniards, Mexica, Aztec people, celebrated for several days, preparing for the longest night of the year. This night, god Huitzilopochtli, Aztec god of sun, was believed to die, and only proper rituals and sacrifices could revive him and kickstart the new cycle. Mexica celebrated with dances and songs, formed processions and carried Huitzilopochtli figurines, visited places of power, and figurines were made with amaranth seeds and maguey honey and were eaten after the festival. If everything went according to the plan, the coming days would get longer and the nature would wake up again. Spanish friars liked the festival but did not like the sacrifice part, so they introduced Christmas elements to the tradition. And this is how Pankestalisli festival turned into posadas. Posadas are celebrated for 9 days, from December 16 to 24th. 9 days of celebration represent the 9 months of pregnancy of the Virgin Mary with her son Jesus. They traveled from Nazareth to Bethlehem, and Pasada in Spanish means lodging. Children dressed as angels perform processions through the streets of the town every night on these days. These celebrate the part of the Christmas story where Joseph and Mary looked for somewhere to stay, where Mary could give birth to Jesus. Children visit selected homes and ask for a place to stay, but can't find any vacancy. At each stop, passages from the Bible are read and Christmas carols are sung. Adults, including musicians, follow the procession. The children proceed till the last house, which allows them to enter. At the end of each night, the Mass is held. Nowadays, Posadas are celebrated in a variety of ways. I got a chance to watch processions through the streets of San Cristobal de las Casas. And these processions had everything. Cartoon characters, Santa Claus and his reindeers, Grinch and his stolen Christmas, Mickey Mouse, gingerbread man, toys, police, ambulance, funeral cars, and even some rap, rock and roll, and electronic music were played.
Ahorita, es que ya no hubo presupuestos, ya se acabaron ya. Es que la gente viene muy hambriada de aquel lado, sí, ahorita, vuelve. Tranquilos, ahorita. Ya si no nos esperan del otro lado para que les demos dulces, ¿no? Ah, no, sí, ya llegaron ya. Ahí está, vete, ahí les va. Échale otro. Si no le gusta, le cambiamos. Quien agarró, quien animó.
¿Dónde están las fiestas de Cristóbal? Muy buenas noches. ¿Quién quiere dulces? Tenemos regalitos ahí por parte de Big Sound. Gracias, se nos acaba el año. Y es una forma de agradecer.
Ponemos siempre el mejor ambiente, hacemos que bailen todos, que se la pasen bastante bien. Recuerda llevar.
I also got a chance to watch Posadas in a remote part of Mexico, San Nicolas, Buenos Aires, in the state of Puebla. This is also a good time to break a piñata. A piñata is a container, often made of papier-mâché, pottery or cloth, that is decorated, filled with candy, and then broken as a part of celebration. It appears that this custom has some pre-Hispanic roots as well, but Christianity introduced a new meaning. Brightly colored vessels are meant to represent temptations created by Satan. 7 horns of traditional piñata represent 7 deadly sins, and candy inside is a prize for banishing them. It doesn't matter whether you believe or not, but it's always fun to both watch and smash. There are also reusable piñatas. They can be in different shapes and forms, and they are gently opened with ribbons. Also, it can be reused at a later party, and it can be made of durable materials instead of just papier-mâché. Large plastic containers can be used as a shell instead of a balloon. The other symbol of Christmas native to southern Mexico are poinsettia plants. Mexica cultivated them for medicine purposes and simply because they are pretty. Since the early 19th century, when Joel Roberts Poinsett, first minister to Mexico, brought these bright plants home, people in the United States can't get enough of them. Over 70 million are sold each year during the holiday season. Another important part of Christmas tradition is the Day of the Virgin of Guadalupe. It is celebrated on December 12th and it marks the beginning of the Christmas holiday season in Mexico.
Diosa, llena de amor. Sí, Señora, ven a mí. Ven a mí. Cúbreme con tu manto, lleno de amor. Sí, Señor, ven a mí, ven a mí, cúbreme con tu manto, lleno de amor.
Hay que convenir a poner las sillas, por favor, antes de las 12. Ahorita le voy a hablar a Mateo para que nos hablen un poquito más despacio los compañeros. Quiero mandar una persona para la limpieza. ¿Vamos a comer?
On this day, people either visit the important picture of Virgin Mary in the Basilica of Guadalupe in Mexico City or go to a church service. Processions are held throughout the country. The legend goes like this. In 1531, a man named Juan Diego was walking to Mexico City in order to attend a church. On a hill called Tepeyac, he heard a voice and saw a beautiful lady who said she was God's mother. She asked for a church on the hill, but the Archbishop of Mexico City did not believe Juan and refused to build a church. The lady told Juan to ask again, and the Archbishop said a church will be built if the Virgin Mary provides some sort of a miracle. The lady, appearing again, promised a miracle the next day. Juan, however, was unable to go to the city the next day. Because his uncle became so unwell, he asked for a priest. Looking for a priest, Juan met the lady for the first and the last time. She promised to help his uncle. She told Juan to gather flowers on the hill. Miraculously, Castilian roses bloomed on Tepeyac in December. And when Juan showed them to the Archbishop, the image of Virgin Mary appeared on his cape. This image is important in Mexico because it represents when Spanish and indigenous people came together in faith, forming a special Mexican identity. I think I'm part of this procession now. Of course, this is Christmas time, and Nativity of Jesus scenes, called nacimientos, are everywhere. and they are gorgeous. Generally, they are set up on December 16th, but the figurine of Jesus is added on Christmas Day, and then on January 6th, which is Dia de los Reyes, Three Kings Day, figurines of three magi added. Star-shaped piñatas may symbolize the star that guided magi to Bethlehem. Dia de los Reyes is a kid's favorite day because they receive presents and eat rosca de reyes, a special sweet bread made in the shape of a crown. A small Jesus figurine is baked into the bread, and whoever finds the doll is believed to receive good luck this year, but has to pay for food. Food is tamales and atol, and this is happening on February 2nd, which is Candlemas Day. It is believed that 40 days after Christmas, young Jesus was brought to the temple in Jerusalem. This is why Jesus' images are brought to church to be blessed, along with candles that will be used throughout the year. That was the story for today. I hope you enjoyed this special episode, and I wish you all the best in this upcoming year. Happy holidays, dear humans, and I'll see you all next Sunday.
Mañana, mira que ya amaneció.